We call our dynamic side plank. So essentially we're going to be in a side plank position, but it's called dynamically, where we're actually going to think about sitting into our bottom hip. We're actually basically rotating our pelvis or our hips, kind of swiveling over our bottom leg as we reach. So the goal of this exercise is to essentially lengthen the outer hip, strengthen the core as we just kind of move in space. I'll show you a few different views of this, but essentially we're feeling the bottom obliques and the bottom hip working as a unit. Okay, so what you'll do is you're gonna lay on your side, your elbows underneath your shoulder. You're not kind of out here, just nice and stacked. Okay, think about golf ball sitting on a tee, so you're centrated. The first thing you're gonna do is basically my whole body's resting. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of get this nice long reach. And from this position, you might even feel a stretch on your low back. So this could also be somewhere where you can just stretch your low back out for a little bit. So from here, right, my bottom knee is flexed towards my hip. There's no pinching in the hip, so not too high. And my back leg is basically just rested behind me, okay? So you'll kind of start in this position. And then from here, you're gonna pick yourself up through your bottom hip and through your bottom forearm and elbow, as if you were walking on your side. So notice as my knee and my hip is parallel with the ground, right? So I'm not twisting, I'm not rolling over yet. So from here, I'm going to now hover and sit into my bottom hip. So from this position, I'm sitting into my bottom hip as I'm coiling. I'm gonna hold 1, 2, and again, drive yourself up and forward, pause. As you hold this first position, you should be feeling your bottom hip, okay? So really pick yourself up, you're not sitting down, okay? The sitting part happens as you swivel your belt buckle towards the floor. You're gonna feel a stretch on your bottom outside hip. Pause the 2 count. And again, pick yourself up, pick yourself through. My knee is parallel with the floor. My toes are up. And again, you're swiveling, sitting into your bottom hip without resting on the ground. Pause, pick yourself up, drive yourself through. You're gonna feel your bottom hip contracting here, and you'll feel your bottom hip stretching as you sit and push your hips back. Okay, I'll show you a different view. Again, you're starting nice and long here. Pick yourself up, pause, swivel and rotate towards the ground. As you get long from toes to hand, you're gonna feel a stretch on your bottom hip. Pick yourself up through, stay nice and tall, no sinking, no slouching. And again, fingertip to toe, coil into your bottom hip, feel that stretch, pause, a 2 count, drive yourself up and through, okay? So you're gonna feel a lot of work on your outer hip and your obliques as you basically spin and hover and get a nice coiling motion, and then drive yourself up to get yourself into that starting position.